know, my name is Diane Crecelius, and I'm an owner of ABC Pediatric Therapy in Southwest Ohio. So we're in the Cincinnati and Dayton areas. We just opened our 10th location last Thursday. Yay, I'm very excited. So we have grown like cats and dogs. In the past 2 years, we doubled in size. It's been crazy, but it's been a fun journey. But let's talk about the video call. The first thing we do is I set it up ASAP within a day or two if I can. And then I get to know them as a person. So the first thing I do is I introduce myself real quick, and then I say, okay, here's what I want to know. I want to know about who you are as, not as a professional. I don't want to talk about Diane, the PT. I want to talk about who you are as a person. Like, tell me about your family, whatever you'd like to share. Tell me about what do you like to do in your spare time? Do you have any pets? What are their names? Tell me about them. Like, start asking them about who they are. And they will be so surprised. They actually might have to take a minute because nobody asks that. The first thing I want to know is, why did you go into speech therapy? And, what are you looking for in a team? And what are you, looking for in a facility? We're going to ask those questions, but you've got to set yourself apart and just find out who they are. And if, have you taken a vacation yet this summer? Do you have one planned? Oh, where are you going? Do you guys go there every summer? Oh my gosh, I love Hilton Head. We go there every summer, but we recently just fell in love with Florida. And so we've been going to this little place in Florida. And so we start talking about vacations. And if they say they like dogs, I tell them about my dogs. I love my dogs. And so we talk dogs for 2 minutes, and we start talking about anything but therapy. And we get to know them as a person. That's what they're going to remember. So many times, whether I'm doing mock interviews for universities or I'm doing an interview for an actual candidate, they say, nobody's ever asked me about myself and wanted to know so much about me. And I say, oh, that's who we are. Like, you're not just a person that's, producing for me. We care about who you are and who this person is as part of our team. That's important to us. And all this is genuine. I'm not faking any of this. It is. But you have to show the priorities of your organization. This is your culture, that who you are as a person comes first to us. We believe in family-friendly scheduling, and we start talking about the scheduling, but we're relating it back to who they are as a person, always them as a person. We understand that you have a life outside of work, and we want to support you with that. In fact, sometimes we want to be a part of it. Then I tell them, we just had laser tag, and the whole family came. The kids were there. We did kids against adults. It was so fun. Like, we just talk about families and not just work, 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 work. So show your culture and promote your culture and let them know that you care. Seems like the two big hot buttons are caring about them as a person and growth. And so those are the two things that we talk about. I talk about our ladder system. I share some details and I tell them all of the ways that they can grow within our organization. And I blow them away with all of this information on who they are as a person, how we care about them, all the growth opportunities for them, Con Ed. We have MedBridge, unlimited online learning, all this money for Con Ed, paid time off, the growth within our ladder system. We have an internal feeding training program, like all this stuff that we do. I go on and on and on and on about it. That's why I need 30 minutes, right? And then I lead into what our expectations are, right? So I've spent 15 minutes getting to know them and really promoting all the things that they want and need. Now, I do not monopolize the time. And I pause frequently and I listen. And I say, tell me about that. Is growth important to you? Tell me about your goals and your passion and how you want to grow. And I listen. Well, tell me more. And what else? Yeah, what else? And keep asking, tell me more and what else, to get them to share with you. You're going to find out what's important to them. And I don't think other places spend that much time on that. Let's talk about transparency. I am completely transparent in this video call, completely. And I tell them, I said, look, this is part of our culture. This is who we are. We're transparent. And I'm going to answer every question. I want you to ask me the hard questions. I'm going to tell you everything, like right now, everything you want to know on this call. Right down, if they want to know the salary, I tell them the salary. I do. I have a spreadsheet. I will tell them it on the first call. And you know why? Because if we're far off, I don't want them to come in for the site visit. Do not waste my team's time. I don't say any of that, I'm saying it to you, but that's why this is my approach. I believe in that transparency. It's important. If all of that goes well, if your team's video call goes well, then what I would do is set up a site visit. So site visit, we have them observe for at least 2 hours before they meet with a CD. We like them to observe first so that the teammates can kind of give a thumbs up. We have a internal instant messaging system where we can send a note, she was great, thumbs down, whatever. So they do that internal messaging to us. And we have the teammates kind of ring in on how the observation went. We try to have them observe with multiple teammates. And then it gives the candidate a chance to ask you more questions. And we want them to ask the same questions that they asked me, and we want them to ask more questions. Be sure to update the clinical director who is interviewing them on any red flags you saw, what to dig more into. We were way off on salary. We really need to play up. Here's what's important to her. Here's what we need to play up. I make sure our front desk knows they're coming so that they can say, oh, Whitney, hello, we were expecting you. We're so excited that you're here. I mean, how many places do you think the front desk is going to know their name and they're going to greet them and be so excited that they're here? Again, you're setting yourself apart from everyone else in your community. Now, if you like them, if your CD likes them, they already have your feedback, you want to make them a verbal offer while they're there. Close the deal. Close the deal. Make them feel valuable. Again, another check mark. They made me feel so valuable. They really want me. Just go, we love you. Let me tell you, we would love to make you a verbal offer right now. It is the salary, blah, blah, blah. What do you think? And kind of negotiate it right there. And if they hesitate, obviously they're going to want to go home and talk to their spouse. Most of them don't say, yeah, I'll take it, right? But you're going to see their hesitation. You're going to see their reaction. And I would say, we want you to feel valued. We want you to know above any other place you might be looking that we think you're amazing.